Hello, this is Angelo, and today we are going to address one of the biggest obstacles of all, lack of focus. Today's subject is the secret of focus, the one frequency that can change everything for you. In fact, the one frequency that can change everything for you as soon as right now. Now, as always, before we begin, I want to thank you and congratulate you for being here. You know by now how easy it is to get distracted and derailed from your ideal vision. Of course, you also want to congratulate yourself because simply the fact that you are here demonstrates that you do not negotiate your vision. You are ready and eager to make the necessary shifts in order to reach your destination. Of course, you want to switch off all your notifications and make sure that for the next 20 to 30 minutes you will not be distracted. Let's just say that in this world it is just you and me. Of course, you can take notes, but always remember that you will be having the replay at your disposal if you prefer to focus entirely on what we will be discussing here. Last but not least, I want to remind you that we have crossed the point of no return, meaning that the only outcome that you allow in your consciousness is you landing happily and safely at your desired destination. How do you feel? The question that I begin each and every webinar with, the question that you want to ask yourself many times during the day, simply because the better you feel, the better the quality of your life is right now, and also the more energy you have towards achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. Also, I want to remind you that we have set our thermostat to the happy and unstoppable state, meaning that if this is not the case for you right now, you always want to take a time out from your daily schedule and make sure that you apply the exercises of perspective, forgiveness, love, gratitude, and happy landing to elevate yourself back up and make sure that you're operating from flow, operating from the best possible state. Now, opposed to all other webinars, I want to ask you some more questions right now. In fact, I want to ask you, how's the weather where you are right now? Also, I want to ask you, how long do you believe the war in Ukraine will last? Also, I want to ask you, how much will AI affect your life and business in the next 5 years? And lastly, I want to ask you, what is your favorite vacation destination? Now, I have a last question for you. One last question, and that is, what do you really want? To answer all previous questions or to reach your destination? Because right now you might say, you know what, Angelo, you ask me the questions. You are the reason that I started, thinking for answers. And yes, I did ask the questions, but you are in absolute control of your attention. You control your focus. You, in fact, have irrevocable freedom and responsibility to choose where you will be focusing on right now. So, what do you say we make this a statement and say from now on, I will be focusing only on what deserves to be a part of my beautiful and unique life. Now, you have one destination, one thing that you want to achieve, like one top priority, and you have infinite reasons not to get there. This is why I'm doing this short presentation. This is why you want to elevate your alarm levels when it comes to losing your focus, when it comes to not being attentive of your attention, as I like to say. Now, there are two kinds of activities. Number one, what I prefer to say as super activity, meaning that you're getting closer to your destination. It is a valuable thought or action that you're making right now. And of course, all else that are sloppy activities, meaning that you're moving away from your destination. And even if you feel that you're standing still right now, you're stuck at the same point, no, you're not. You're actually getting further and further away because there is no way for you to stop time. So time goes by and you don't make progress, so you leave yourself behind. That said, I want to remind you that the energy you give somewhere else, at like your favorite series that you're binge watching on Netflix, or something, bad that has happened at the other end of the world from where you're living and does not affect your happiness, your health, or your success at all, and you give it your attention, it means that you will be lacking energy towards achieving your number one priority, towards reaching your destination. So, as Jim Rohn used to say, if you don't have a plan, you will fall on somebody else's plan, and guess what somebody else has planned for you. And again, I want to remind you that yes, there are many interesting things in life, but the more you care about achieving your destination, reaching your destination, or achieving your goal, the more you should care about your levels of focus. Now, the whole game is clarity, and you gain clarity when you call yourself one frequency. When you make sure that you bring all your energy back to one single point. And at this point, I want to tell you about an experiment that I did in first grade. I don't know if you're familiar with that experiment. So what you do basically is you take a circle and you make some segments, some wedges around the circle, and you put the rainbow colors. And then you start turning very, very fast that circle. And what you see is not any of these colors, but what you see is white. And it is like the combination of all colors. So I want you to inverse this prism that you saw in the introduction and imagine yourself right now that you're bringing all your attention, all your energy, all your focus, all your creativity, all your imagination, all your skills, strengths, and all the support that you're having towards achieving one thing, what matters to you most. Can you imagine how much different your life and your business would be? Because we all have 24 hours and we all have the luxury, let's say, of getting distracted and derailed, but when we proceed to the next month or the next year and we look back in regret, don't we? That we could have done better, that we should have went further and towards what we want to achieve, towards what I like to call my super self, my super life, my super business. And if you want super results, you cannot have sloppy attention or sloppy focus, right? Now, once you start doing this, once you say to yourself, you know what, from now on, one frequency, I will be focusing on one thing, and I will make sure that when I don't, I will do something about it. Once you start doing this, basically, you start to creating a completely different magnetic field around you. You start becoming more magnetic towards only one thing, towards what it is that you truly want to achieve. Because all your energy, all your focus, all your thoughts, and all your actions will be revolving around that. And that said, the more you focus on one frequency, on that one frequency that it is you at your destination having already achieved what you want to achieve, and feeling those corresponding feelings, now you're truly becoming a magnet towards becoming your super self. And by definition, your super self is the version of you who has already won, who is on top of that mountain, who has already done what it is that you want to achieve. So now you could be asking, okay, great, how do I go about it? Let's do this. Let's focus. Great. Number one, I will give you 3 simple things. And I could have given you 10 or 20, but I want you to make sure that you apply those 3 things. It's not about, giving 64 principles of success. It's giving just a few and apply them enough so that we can have the results that we want. Number one, you want a super clear and super compelling destination, meaning that what it is that you want to achieve is not something like lukewarm, something that you don't care that much about it, just because you decided to set up a goal that you feel you deserve or can do right now. No, you want something that magnetizes your attention, something that makes your heart sing. And I want to take you like to your very first date with a person you're in love with. And I want to ask you, do you like put effort to focus on their eyes and what they're saying right now? And if not, why is it so? Because you're in love, right? Same goes with your destination. You want to be in love with your destination and protect this way your focus. And if this is not enough, or if life gets you distracted or derailed, as it should, right? You should be expecting challenges. You should be expecting things that are unplanned and have nothing to do with you. They're not your fault, but it is your responsibility to bring your attention back up, right? Now, number two, you can simply have what I like to call a magic keyword. So if, let's say, your goal is for a revenue of $1 million for this year, you could just use the word million, right? Or if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, you could have like the word 50 simply to bring yourself back towards what it is that you want to achieve. And of course, the magic keyword could also be like a magic phrase, a short phrase that means so much to you and immediately brings you back on the right focus, on the right frame of mind, and steadfast towards your destination. Last but not least, you want to use super advertising. And I'd like to ask you about Coca-Cola right now, right? And I'm sure you know Coca-Cola. And I want to ask you, why do you think they still invest like around $4 billion in advertising every single year? We know about it. We know it's there, right? Because this is not enough. Coca-Cola wants its products to be on top of our consciousness, right? And this is like the secret to their success. Same goes with your destination. If you care enough with your destination, you should start advertising your destination to you, right? And this is an idea that I had. I'm doing this, and I have been doing this like mildly for over 15 years now. When I got started with my personal development journey, I started noticing, how people apply these affirmations in so many different ways. So, for example, you can have like a post-it note in your refrigerator or next to your bed or something like that. And some people would go as far as writing with crayon on their bathroom mirror. You can do all these things, but what matters is for you to see this as an advertising campaign of your super self and your super life and your super business. So you will be applying all these insights that you might be learning from marketing gurus to apply to your, let's say, sales funnels and your digital marketing campaigns. You can apply these same principles to communicate the achievement of your goal to you. And this is what you want to be doing basically, especially if you feel that you lose focus, like often enough, and you feel that you're not, let's say, pumped up enough towards achieving your goal. This should be an inspiring journey. This should be something that you're caring about because you have chosen already a super clear and a super compelling destination, meaning that this is not something that means nothing to you. It's quite the opposite, right? So you want to do these three things, and just by doing so, you will find yourself focusing more and more in one frequency. Now, just a bit of a homework. For the next 30 days, you want to amplify this level of focus. You want to amplify the way you go about your number one priority, and make sure that when you find yourself getting distracted, you simply say one frequency and then your magic keyword and shift your attention back up and towards your ideal destination, towards that super clear and super compelling goal that you have set for yourself. Immediately, when you find yourself getting distracted, you don't beat yourself up. You don't say, oh, I lost another hour. Oh, I'm behind again on my schedule. No, you say one frequency, one frequency, one frequency. Soon enough, you will see that your subconscious mind will start to become your partner towards focusing more on what matters to you. Because we all have one life. Let's make it unique, right? In closing, I want to remind you that you deserve everything you want and we all deserve your best self, and it is a matter of focus. This game of life is a matter of focus. We all have 24 hours. Let's make the most with each and every moment and make sure that during that journey we are happy and unstoppable, because this is how you create the best version of you regardless of circumstances. Thank you so much for your attention and participation, and I will be seeing you very, very soon with another masterclass, and of course, tomorrow morning with the next daily shot of inspiration. Ciao, ciao!